Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. So, Jim Beglin, what is your interpretation of the way they appear to be lining up?
Well, it could be a disguise, Peter, for something else. And that five at the back can easily produce wing-backs. If that's the case, I think, it might end up a three at times. Admittedly, though, if they do play deeper and in line with the centre-backs, then we can take it that they don't really want to give much away. That'll be foremost in their minds. But essentially, it depends on the two wide players in that defence. If they push on a little bit more, we could see something very different.
Now it's Oyarzabal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Sucic. Aims beyond the defence. Pulls it back. Oyarzabal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, to be honest, he shouldn't have spilled that in the first place, but he recovered it really quickly, so no harm done.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, an impressive talent that I'll be watching will be Mikel Oyarzabal. He likes to play with a freedom and drift between the flank and that number 10 position. And his skill on the ball makes him very pleasing on the eye too. You'll get some real enjoyment out of this guy.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Oh, nicely intercepted. Still goalless. Looking for the run. That's really well cleared. And it's Mendes. Referee's given a throw. Martin is herring after that one. He's in a great position here. Oyarzabal! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Getafe deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. Sergio Gomez. Marin. Now he's off and running. Sucic. Now it's Oyarzabal. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal.
it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Out of play for a throw. Marine. He's having a go! Decent hit and on target. Out for a throw. It's a promising position. Satriano. Marine. Now it's Oyarzabal. Now, can they get him away? And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Satriano.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's Sucic. This looks promising. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Elustondo makes the interception. Mendes. And Sucic. Oyarzabal. Played out wide. And it's Sucic. Back into the middle. Now this could be a chance. Oh, they continue each to cancel the other out. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Mario Martin.
La asistencia a este partido
Now it's
asciende a
Oyarzabal.
15.101 espectadores.
That pass just didn't quite work. And he's away. He's found some space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's gone forward. And still, we await the first breakthrough. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Caresses it through, and he was alert to it. Mikel Oyarzabal.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Mendes. And he's picked it up out wide. Satriano. Always onto this. Satriano. And the shot! No mistake! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
En el minuto 71.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Martin, your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
And it's Sucic. Shot could be on. Takes a shot! And the lead stays intact, just.
Elizondo clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
El dorsal 14, el dorsal 34.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Getafe finding their passes. Well, that pass isn't the best.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He's being urged to shoot. Tries to get it clear. Oscarson. Elizondo. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
And we have our very first corner. Sucic with the short one. Flings in across. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Borja Mayoral. Sucic. And it's Kubo. Now is this the final assault?
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he's found the way past. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. It's just beyond his reach. And that's it. Well, you can hear the analysis starting already, the intricate details and nuances being debated, and they will be for several days. But only one thing matters for now: they lost it. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them.